Welcome back to Valley News Now. I'm Adam Shaliff. We're just a few minutes away from University of North Dakota's Athletics press conference. Please stand by for updates from the volleyball team, football team, and softball team as they provide updates on their respective seasons.
Great to see y'all. Excited to be here after a home weekend. We got to host Western Illinois and Belmont. We swept both of those teams in three in a pretty dominating fashion. And now we're going to get set to hit the road. We leave Wednesday morning to go out to Green Bay, where we're going to play Chicago State on Thursday, Minnesota on Friday, and Green Bay on Saturday for our last non-conference matches before we head into conference the following week on the road at Omaha and Kansas City. And just incredibly proud of our team. They've been doing an amazing job this year, just continuing to take the lessons from previous matches and previous experiences and apply them to grow and get better individually and as a group. We had 3 athletes this week that were named to our all-tournament team. Lauren Perugini got MVP of the tournament, and then Elizabeth Norris and Calla Cooper were both named to the all-tournament team. And Elizabeth will be coming up in a second, but just really excited the way that she's running the offense this year. And we've had every single player on our team that started for us has had at least one match where they've hit over 400 or 500 this year. And so it's got to be a challenge for other teams to game plan against us and to figure out who they're going to try and stop and slow down, because if you slow down one person, then somebody else is going to carry that load and be a pretty big threat for us offensively. So it's been fun to see that develop over the course of the year, and we're excited to challenge ourselves this week against 3 really good opponents.
What are the areas you want to see kind of tightened up as you kind of wrap up non-conference play here?
I think just continuing to find our ability to score both in and out of system consistently, especially as rallies get longer. One of the things that we found that was interesting from looking at the stats this week was that our transition hitting efficiency actually goes up as rallies extend longer and longer and longer. And so can we continue to be great in that phase, but can we also end rallies sooner and capitalize on the first chance that we get?
You know, early in your tenure, maybe sometimes you had to keep players engaged and energized despite what the scoreboard might have said. How do you see it now that the scoreboard is in your favor? Is it easier to keep that energy, focus, attention than it was maybe your first couple years here?
I think for us, we're just way further along in our ability to understand and execute our scout, and I think that helps with everybody staying engaged, whether you're on the court or on the bench. Obviously, it helps against both. Against Belmont, we got to empty our bench. Against Western Illinois, we got almost everybody in the game, and knowing that anybody can come and contribute at any moment is a huge motivator for them, as well as for the people on the court that can go then celebrate and support their teammates as much as they're being celebrated and supported when they're on the court as well.
Does that match up with the Gophers hit a little different for a team this close to that territory?
Yeah, I think for us, we're just really excited to go out and play a really good team. They beat Texas, who was number 1 in the country at the time 2 weeks ago. They're 4-3 right now, but their 3 losses are all in 5th sets, all in extra points, all against top 25 teams. And so we know the history of our university and their university in multiple sports. We have a lot of athletes on our team that are from Minnesota that grew up going to the U for games, and so there's a little extra incentive for us to show up. But at the end of the day, it's another opponent that's going to be really good. It's going to be a great test for ourselves, a great measuring stick as we head into conference.
If you had to pick one thing that you were most proud of your team for accomplishing, what would that be?
I think thing for us as a staff, we were just talking about it in our meeting before it came out here, but it's our ability to play the entire game and to stay together as we do that. And having everybody on the court at different points this weekend and all contributing in a variety of skills and a variety of phases is huge. But the fact that when we were making changes that there was no drop in the level of play and that there was no drop in the energy or the engagement or the intensity with which we played. It didn't matter who was on the court, who wasn't on the court. We were playing as hard as we could for every single point. And that's something we're really proud of.
How do you keep that same energy and momentum heading into the next following weeks or even throughout the season?
Well, we talked every day that our job's not done. Just because we've done it once doesn't mean that it's going to happen every single time. So if we want to continue to have the same success that we're currently having, then we've got to keep doing the things that we're doing that have led to that success.
Coach, after the 4 or 5 sets, how relieving is it to have back-to-back sweeps?
I think it was just fun for us to prove that we could do that. We've had some really good battles against some really good teams, and we've talked about when we have the opportunities to put people away, let's take advantage of that. And this weekend was a great opportunity. I mean, Belmont and Western Illinois are both very, very good teams. Western Illinois went 5 with South Dakota State just a week ago. South Dakota State's 8-0 and undefeated on the year. And so for us to be able to take care of business as dominating fashion as we did was really exciting for what it means for the rest of the year.
I've noticed in some of those matches, Timberlake and Washington seem to be really in sync on the attack. What can you say about those 2 in particular?
I think they're just doing a really nice job communicating at a really high level. We really put an emphasis on our ability to communicate and create clarity, whether we're in chaotic moments or we're just working through different things with our offense or our defense. And they've done a nice job connecting, just like Elizabeth and Caroline have done a nice job connecting, and all of our athletes put a lot of focus in that every day. Thanks, Coach.
Now we'll take some questions from graduate center and right side, Elizabeth Morse. Elizabeth, what was your biggest takeaway from this last home stretch here in Belmont Western?
I think our biggest takeaway and the thing that we were really focused the most on was just playing throughout the whole game. In weekends previously, we were off to a great start, but we wanted to finish strong as well and just really play consistently throughout the duration of each of those 2 matches. And I think that we did that very well. Being able to finish it out in 3 is always a good feeling. Sweeping someone at the Betty is one of the best feelings ever. So I think that it was a great chance for us to finish strong and just be consistent throughout the entire match.
As a veteran on the team, what have you seen as to why you guys have been more successful this season? What about you guys is different?
I think that we've really been putting the work in off the court to get to know each other, to get to understand each other. Obviously, the culture is a huge part of our success. And as much work as we do in practice, getting those reps every single day, I think getting to know each other off the court and really being friends has helped us this year in ways that we haven't been able to achieve in years past.
What do you want to see out of the last non-conference swing here?
I think I would love to see just for us to keep that consistency, starting a match strong throughout the middle of the match, like pushing as hard as we can and then finishing strong as well. We've got some pretty tough opponents this weekend, but we're really excited to go in, do our best work, and finish out preseason strong. Thanks.
Abby. We're green.
Please stand by. Head coach Bubba Schweigert will be addressing the media next following UND's dominant win over the weekend. Here's Coach Bubba.
Let's see here. Good.
Can you adjust the mic, please?
Adjust the mic.
Yeah, thanks.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right. Glasses. Okay, good afternoon. Thanks. Oh, whoa.
Let's just.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll begin with an opening statement and then open it up for questions.
Right, good afternoon. Thanks for coming. Look back at the Potato Bowl, and as we look back at the week, we always want to look at our preparation. I thought our guys really did a good job preparing, learning the plan, sticking with the plan. Thought our defensive coaches had a good plan going in to play the personnel that we needed to match up to Idaho State, the team that we knew was very explosive, can score in a hurry, and we have a lot of respect for their coaches and coaching staff. And then offensively, we had to make some adjustments, after running the football effectively the first couple weeks. They just were not going to allow us to do that by putting a lot of guys in the box, so we had to adjust, and I thought our guys handled that situation well and got off to a nice lead and had a lead at halftime. And then everything's a learning experience for us with the 2024 team, and a new group of guys, a lot of new guys, some guys in our program for the first time and going through some of these things. So we'd like to play a little bit better the second half, but obviously did a number of good things in the second half too, but would have liked it a little bit cleaner. As we look forward to this week, Coach Moore's done a really good job with this team. They play really aggressive football and a physical style. And as you look at their roster, the one thing that sticks out is the amount of experience they have on their team. It starts with a quarterback surgeon, graduate student, top two tailbacks, graduate students, top receiver, a senior, next leading receiver, senior. Just all kinds of experience. Then the defensive side of the ball, their all-conference corner that's returning is a senior, and the two most physical guys up front, seniors, linebacker transfer from Washington State, graduate students. So a lot of experience on this roster, and that means they've seen a lot of and played a lot of football. So we once again got to have a really good week of preparation and look forward to Saturday to hosting San Diego.
What have you thought of the Pioneer League as a whole and the way they've been able to handle this non-conference really well, it looks like?
Yeah, we look at that league and always have respect for college football players and coaching staffs, and we know a lot of these coaches that are coaching there do a great job. And college guys have a heart, and they're competitive, and that's why you got to respect every opponent. It's just really important that you look beyond all the outside noise, and they have something to prove. And we got to convince our guys we have something to prove, that we can handle all these situations. And we got to eliminate the outside noise again and listen to the message in the building. But I'm very impressed with a number of their teams, what they've been able to do this year and have been in the past.
What stands out about San Diego's defense? I believe in that Cal Poly game, maybe 2 pick sixes.
Yeah, very aggressive. They pop balls loose. They're get off blocks, really hustle and get to the football. But they're very aggressive, very physical, play downhill.
4 running backs have rushing touchdowns for you on Saturday. What do you think about you guys' ability to spread the workload, maybe keep guys fresh or whatever?
Yeah, it's been fun to watch, fun to be a part of. I think Coach Kirkwood does a great job with the room, getting all those guys prepared to play. And, it's not just about one game sharing the workload. It's about looking at the entire season. If you can share workloads, you keep guys healthier. And, more guys involved. I think it creates a good team room, and a good example of, having guys ready to play when they get their opportunity. So that room's been really good for us, and to share those carries, we're pretty excited for all those guys.
How much are you guys feeding off of the home cooking right now with still 2 more games left to go in this homestand?
Yeah, we say it all the time. They make a difference. Our students were great. I thought on Saturday our home crowd was great. A lot of noise. It creates issues for us at times on defense because we can't, got to communicate a little different way, but we'll take it. I think the crowd's been awesome, and we hope to have a packed Alara Center this Saturday again.
How important was it on Saturday to get that passing game going as well, for the passing game to have its first big game of the season?
It was really important. I think if you're able to run the football, that sets up the pass, but there's going to be weeks that you're just going to have to throw it, and there's going to be times in a game that you're going to have to throw the football. To see some explosive plays in the pass game and more consistency was great to see.
And on defense, of course, the takeaways with a couple of strip sacks, the pick 6 by Devin. How important was it for the defense to get those first takeaways of the season, especially to build confidence going forward?
Well, coming into the game, we made it a point of emphasis that we had to start forcing some turnovers, and obviously Devin's big play there early in the game, that's a 14-point swing. They're right down knocking on the door, and you turn around and score on an 88-yard interception return, whatever it was, but a huge play in the game and really got the crowd into it, and then we were able to pressure the passer and create some more turnovers, and it was really great to see. And I know our guys work hard, the staff, the players on defense, at creating turnovers, and to see it come to fruition on Saturday afternoon was really great to see.
What have Lance and Riley brought to your team defensively, especially the depth?
Yeah, they're explosive players, very strong, love playing football. You can just see that they're getting better and better, learning our system. Lance, was second-year player, played as a true freshman, and he's just got a lot more confidence. And I think Riley, you see in him, he's got something to prove. He's an in-state guy that is taking advantage of his opportunity to play Division I football, and we really like the way he's digging in and learning and really become a great teammate for all our guys, and he's taking advantage of this opportunity. So really proud of those guys, and they're bringing something to our team.
What are some of the keys you saw in that strong start against Idaho State that you can also bring into San Diego? Because I know that was a big point of improvement.
Yeah, I think, getting off to a good start by, scoring when we get in the red zone. We were 6 of 7 in the red zone, scoring touchdowns, and then getting off the field on defense. Third down was huge for us. The first 5 third downs we got off the field. So, creating turnovers is one thing, but getting the ball back to your offense, getting 3 and outs, and getting off the field on third down was really key on Saturday.
I know you already touched on it a little bit with Lance, but how much has he grown from last year to this year as a player?
Well, I think there's a lot of areas. First of all, is just knowledge of the defense, so you can play faster when you understand where you're supposed to be and what you're doing. Also made an interception on Saturday that got taken away by a penalty, so just a lot of growth there, and even in the day-to-day rigors of college, all the stuff that goes on. There's a learning process and a maturity process, and I think he'd be the first one to admit that there was a bigger adjustment last year maybe than a lot of guys think, and we're really in a good spot right now and want to have him continue to keep growing.
Did you expect him to have this big of an impact this season?
Well, we expect a big impact from a lot of guys, and he's one of them, that we thought could take a nice step after playing some at his first year, and now that he just knows the defense more and is more comfortable out there. And when you know where you're supposed to be and where you can make an impact, I think it's huge, and he's doing a great job of that.
Now with these back-to-back at-home wins, what's something specific that you're hoping to accomplish against San Diego this next game?
Well, we hope we can come out and play real physical football and match their intensity, because they play a real physical brand, and obviously we got to have a great week of preparation. That's the first thing we talk to our guys about on Sunday afternoon, is making corrections along with the preparation for the week, and really just keeping the message in the building the most important thing.
Coach, your defense was flying around, on Saturday. What did it mean for you to see that really come together, the pass rush, turnovers, and everything.
Yeah, you got to play with energy. You got to play with emotion on defense. And I think that's one of the things that you can do defensively. You can always play hard, play with a lot of emotion. And when you do get the turnovers, it just creates a lot of energy for your football team. If you watch our sideline, when you watch the replay or the highlights, gives us a lot of energy and a lot of momentum. And then, complementary football is important. After you get those turnovers, offensively, we turn those into points. There was one time that we'd like to get in the end zone, but, we aren't going to be perfect. We understand that. We want to be perfect, but to turn the turnovers into points was really big for us on Saturday afternoon.
All right, and also coming into the season, there was a lot of discussion about this offensive line, a lot of inexperience. How impressed have you been, the first 3 weeks with that unit?
Well, I'm just impressed by how they come to work every day. That's what we can control. How you're going to perform is all based on how you come into the meeting rooms, how you go out to the practice field, and what you work on. And that group has really worked hard. I think Coach Olson's done a really good job of teaching and having that group stay together, and we're continuing to build depth there because we know we're going to have to count on some of those guys. And so the work, that's what I'm most impressed by. They really get in and work in the meeting rooms. They get out there and work in the practice field, and they're having fun doing it.
And how crucial has it been that you've been able to, if you guys can't get into the end zone, you can turn to your kicking game and rely on that to pick up a field goal or two when you guys need it?
It's very important. The last 2 weeks we've been 100% on field goals, and that's the goal. It's on our board every week. We know about it, and we want to really execute at a high level. So scoring points when you get the opportunity is really important.
Sorry, just one more. You guys are taking signals from the sideline now. Was that a Coach Frichte, some of his background come in? How have you guys handled taking signals that way offensively?
I think it's been pretty good. There's obviously sometimes we maybe read one wrong and make a mistake, but I think it's been pretty good. We think it saves on our legs in practice. We think it saves on our legs during games and throughout the season. It cuts down a lot of workload on the receivers and the guys up front and all. It's a little different, but I like it. It's been a fun adjustment. Something new for us, and sometimes change is really good.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Up next, we'll have linebacker Lance Rucker.
Lance, it almost feels like there could be a similar approach from last week to this week in terms of not overlooking any single game. The Pioneer League maybe doesn't have scholarships or whatever it may be, but it must be maybe a similar feeling of, I don't know, is the message control what you can control, or no, don't overlook anyone? What's the message this week from the staff?
I mean, the message is the same every week. Can control what you can control and just do your job.
What's allowed you to make a few more plays this year? What are you seeing maybe this year that was just hard to come by last year?
I mean, confidence plays a big role, especially playing college football. I figured that out the hard way, but just having confidence and know where you're going and doing your job.
What was the key, do you think, to that fast start against Idaho State?
I mean, it really helped us throughout the game. Being able to have a fast start and then continue to play good defense throughout the whole game really helped. So.
How much are you guys feeding off of that home cooking right now? 2 games in the homestand, 2 wins, and now you got 2 more to go.
I mean, home games are great. You get to play at your school and have your own crowd. So, I mean, it's good, but we like it. But playing on the road, we got to do the same thing.
Yeah, you mentioned the confidence in making those big plays. How much confidence does it instill in you and the defense to get those takeaways that you got on Saturday?
I mean, I still have a lot of confidence to build up, but just knowing the concept of the defense and knowing how I can impact the defense and make us do better is a big role.
So, question for you is, obviously, the defense played a huge role in that game against Idaho State. What was it like to see the defense really, come together there and, have a big performance?
I mean, it felt good. I mean, we've been preaching all week, just do your job. Just do your job, everything will play out. And everybody did their job, and we came out with a fast start and played the whole game.
All right, you guys are going sorry. You guys are going up against an offense. Sometimes they like to throw out that RPO. What's it like when you face an offense that is slants and, fast paced like that?
I mean, it's the same thing. Just do your job. I mean, obviously my reads will be slower with the RPO, but I still have to do my job and read it out and make a play.
All right, and then first 3 weeks of the season, what's your thoughts on how this defense has been playing?
I feel like we're playing really good. We're playing really solid. We still have a lot to improve and a lot of things to correct, but every week we come in and watch film and watch good stuff and bad stuff and correct it.
All right, appreciate it.
So how much have the older guys kind of helped you out and develop you into the player that you are today?
I mean, they helped a lot because my first year, my confidence wasn't really all that, but I knew I could play. It's just getting the confidence and building. So they really helped me a lot, especially Josh Navishel. He's always in my ear telling me to keep going no matter what. Just play everything fast and you'll be good.
You talk about this confidence. What makes you most confident? How do you keep yourself in that confident mindset when you go out on the field?
I just keep myself, I look at my keys before the play. I look at my keys and just play fast as I can and room for error, and I'll fix it.
Anything else for Lance? Thank you, Roger.
Thank you.
Sorry, I got caught also. I was like, oh.
Up next, we'll have quarterback Simon Ruffo. We'll open it up for questions for Simon.
Well, Simon, I don't know how much you're going to look at scores from around the country during the college football season, but the Pioneer League has been pretty successful this year. Does something like San Diego knocking off Cal Poly, does that help grab your guys' attention, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think every game's a big game. I think it's college football. If you don't show up and play every week, you're gonna get beat. So I think, they're a really successful program themselves, and obviously winning against Cal Poly, it's a big win. But I just think they're a good team, and we got to show up and make sure we're ready to go.
What did you think of throwing for, it was 287 the other day? Was it satisfying to know that if a defense can try to take away a strength that your passing game can counter?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, it's I got a lot of trust in the guys on the outside. They made a lot of plays, and the line did a great job protecting. So I know I got a lot of good guys that can make a lot of plays for me on the outside. So I just got to try to give them a chance, and it just felt good.
You might have heard me ask Coach Schweigert, but what's it been like to take signals in a different way from the sideline? How's that been a change for you at all?
Yeah, it's a little different, not going in our normal huddle before we play, and you kind of get used to it for 3 years. But it's a little different, but it's a little faster pace, and it's kind of a fun change, like Coach Schweigert said. So it's been good.
In that practice, you got to learn it too, I imagine. Is it hard to learn that?
I don't know if I'd say hard to learn, but definitely it took some practice right away, and just making sure you're not missing something that should be pretty easy. So sometimes you got to double check, but no, I wouldn't say necessarily hard, but definitely a lot different.
Some of the signals can get pretty elaborate there, I guess you would say. Maybe some drew the attention on social media when you guys played Iowa State. Mm-hmm. Who's the best on your team at delivering the signals from the sideline?
I'd say they're all pretty good.
Cop out.
Yeah, I mean, they're all pretty good. So I'm not going to say a specific one, but I think everyone's done a good job so far.
Sounds good.
How much are you guys feeding off the home cooking right now? 2 wins to start the homestand, now 2 more to go.
Yeah, it's been good. Always playing in front of your home crowd. It's a lot of fun. I think it helps the defense out. Obviously, can create a couple false starts for them, but it's a lot of fun just being at home.
Did it feel like a breakthrough game for you on Saturday to really get the passing game going?
I don't know if I'd say a breakthrough game, but it just felt good to go out and just get another win. Really, that's really the only focus that I have right now, and that's the only goal as a team.
The short passes were a big part of getting the offense going through the air on Saturday. How much did that help you get comfortable in that game?
Yeah, I think just getting a few completions early just kind of helps you settle in a little bit, but I think it was just something we saw that we could do, and it was good to go execute it.
From Iowa State to now, how has your confidence grown?
Yeah, it's just good to play games. Really, it's you just settle in more and more every game, and it's just been good to play.
Yeah, to follow up on that, going from a walk-on to a consistent starter now in your junior season, just talk about that kind of transition that you've made, and did you think that you would be able to accomplish what you're doing in your junior season?
Oh, yeah. I mean, everyone has the goal to come in and get to play, so that was always the goal. Obviously, coming in as a walk-on, you never really know. You're kind of taking a chance on yourself, but yeah, that was always the goal of mine, to become the starter, and just being able to do it feels good.
The 38 points in your opening half was pretty historic for you guys. How did it feel to play such a major part in leading that?
It felt good, just finally getting off to a good start in the game. Felt good. That was kind of what we preached all week. We got to start fast, so being able to go out there and execute it and get a big lead at halftime felt good.
Are you going to try to push it for this next week, more than 38 for the opening half?
I mean, it really just whatever it takes to win is kind of the mentality we have. We obviously want to start fast, but a specific amount of points is tough to tell. But we just want to start fast and play a consistent game all the way through.
Now, having these back-to-back wins, what's something specific that you want you and your team to accomplish heading into this next game?
I think I think we can be cleaner. I think we all know that, myself included. So I think just trying to clean up some little things and just keep trying to become more consistent.
Right. Obviously, the passing game, came alive, this past weekend. How important is that you guys have a balanced attack, going forward in the season?
Yeah, I think it just makes it so defense can't just try to take away one thing. I think got to try to make them guard all areas of the field and make sure so they just can't tee off on one or the other.
And for you, being the starter, how crucial has it been for you to have players like Bo on the outside that you can throw to and really help calm the nerves out there?
Yeah, obviously Bo makes my job a lot easier, but we got a lot of other guys too. A lot of guys that I came in with that are playing a lot of snaps out there, and so I got a good relationship with a lot of the guys, and just starting to feel more comfortable each and every week with them.
And what's your conversation been like with obviously that offensive line that's been keeping defenses off of you and everything?
Yeah, they're a really good group. They're a really hungry group, I think, is the biggest thing. They love to play, and they play hard every play, so it's been really fun.
All right, and then obviously, Alara Center, you guys are hoping it's packed again on Saturday. What would it mean to start off your guys' season with 3 straight wins, at home?
It'd be huge. That's the goal every week, is just do whatever it takes to win. So I mean, obviously getting to do it at home is a lot of fun with the crowd behind you. So yeah, hopefully it's just packed crowd again.
Anything else for Simon? Thanks, Ralph. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
skipping right from practice here. So pardon that. Huh? Yeah, so fall ball for softball gets underway, and a brand new era for UND softball opening up Albrecht Field this weekend. We're going to welcome back a bunch of alums and dignitaries from around campus and around the city, and we're just so excited for the energy that this field has brought to us, and we're looking forward to showing what product we have there on opening day on Saturday.
Well, Coach, how long have you guys been able to practice on it, and what was your take of your players' reactions to, or maybe just energy levels of getting to utilize a facility like that?
Immediate sense of pride. I mean, the smiles on everybody's face when they saw the facility that we're able to now train and practice on. It is almost unrivaled, especially in this region. It is going to be one of the most beautiful facilities for softball around here. We've practiced for about a week out there. It's been a little hit or miss, trying not to hit construction workers, trying to get the job done. Yesterday was the first time we actually got to use real balls out there because we didn't want to break the scoreboard, but scoreboard's on today, so that's exciting. But yeah, I mean, we told our players that you just got to give a little bit here. Like, it's going to be beautiful. We don't want to hurt anybody, but we're just going to make the most of it. But it's just, I think they all just walk on it and they're in awe. It's just beautiful.
What's something you're looking forward to most this Saturday?
This Saturday, just everybody being there, being around the energy and the buzz that this has created in softball in our community, and welcoming all of our alums and people that we know and fans of our program back to the field, and then just getting out and showing what our team is. You know, I think this is a great opportunity for us to kind of re-energize the softball program with what we have, and we want to put a good product on there. I mean, it is still fall ball, and so a lot of people are going to go out and play, but we want to put a good showing on the field.
Being able to host games right here on campus now for the first time in your guys' history, how much do you think that's going to impact your guys' attendance?
I mean, certainly is not going to hurt it. We hope that, I mean, just in the week that we've practiced out there, the amount of people that are just walking by because it's interesting, it's new, lights are on, like they see something going on out there, they're watching out in right field. People are coming into practice, sitting in the stands, like it's creating just people walking by. So what's going on there? So we're hoping that being on campus brings some walk-on traffic to us. But I mean, being there and being able to see the game with great view lines, attendance is going to be hopefully bigger for us. But again, we got to put a product on the field that represents that.
Is there anything, I know you guys have maybe only been on there for a little while, is there anything that has stood out as uniquely yours now? Or, you know, is there anything that's like, well, this is different about any place else we play?
Yeah, it's a little quirky, we found, but in a great way. So we've got so many things that are unique to softball fields around. We've got a party deck out in left field, which 2 levels of fence out there, which is different because most softball fields are pretty cookie cutter. We've got the giant scoreboard. We've got the viewing area out in right, dugouts that are bigger than any other dugouts in Division I. But the way that kind of like the padding is laid out there, you might get some funky bounces. The field is designed so that everybody's looking in towards the field, so the fence juts in down the foul line so people can stay close to the field. So that's created some weird bounces, but that's one thing we said. And we hit one off the padding yesterday and it bounced back to the shortstop. So that's those are things that we've got to get used to. As we told our outfielders, like, we can't get beat by anything weird on our own home field. So we just got to work on that. And they're out there right now doing that. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Sorry for the sweat.
That was North Dakota's athletics press conference. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. North Dakota State football taking the podium. Will be live streaming their athletics press conference as well. This is all for now on Valley News Now. Have a good day.